Hi, we're with BBVA's Emiliano Martinez Sanchez, and he's going to be talking to us today a little bit about what he does at the bank. So if you could tell us a little bit about your role and what you do there.
Well, one of the members of the Innovation Labs department from the engineering division. And well, in our department, most of the time we try to get the latest trends in technology and try to put them into the bank in a production way. And well, it's not an easy task, but we try hard to make it happen.
Okay, and how did you begin your work with AI? Was it finance first or artificial intelligence first?
Well, in innovation, I have done other things. I started to work, I began working with the BBVA Innovation team, working and doing some microservices, infrastructures to be run in the cloud, in the public clouds like Amazon or Google. And then the global head decided to do a new artificial intelligence division in the department, and they were looking for people, and then I joined. That was
And what does a typical day look like for you?
Well, I think it's very normal, not too much different. I arrive at the office, we have our stand-up meetings each day. We talk about what are the tasks currently we are doing and what are the problems we can explore and what are our main steps to follow this day or if we have any meeting. But it's a very fun place to work because I have very crazy colleagues that like playing guitars or playing drums in the work, and just if you like cosplaying or customs, I don't like too much, but if you like, I think it could be a very nice place to work for that.
You mentioned you get together and solve problems. What kind of problems are you solving, and what are your team's goals?
Our team's goals is, as I said, is making new things or make the bank to try new stuff, which is the state of the art, for example. But we have another goals, which is collaborate with other teams to make the work more easier for them, and try to get some achievement in some projects in production or something like that. But I think our main goal is to explore and try to put the BBVA a step forward in technology.
Certainly there must be some challenges in applying
Yes.
artificial intelligence in a financial institution the size of BBVA. Can you describe some of them?
There are many. There are many, as in the conference, so many people talk about interpretability, explainability is something very, very important because think about if you have 2,000 applications asking for scoring the different artificial intelligence services, you have to control why these endpoints are responding, why they are saying yes or no. This is something very important. Another challenge is talent. We need people. We need people to work in these projects. And another big challenge is to make a connection between data scientists and engineers, because I think there are two very different worlds today. And we have to try to make a connection. We have to make these two teams work like if it was one team. So this is very difficult. But we are trying to working with our colleagues from data science and our colleagues from infrastructure teams and make them together. Try to make them together with the main or the same objective.
Here at the summit, I believe you're talking about deep learning and big data infrastructure. Can you tell me about how that's being implemented at BBVA?
Big data, deep learning of this kind of infrastructures, I think is one option, because deep learning or machine learning in general needs data. Without data, you are not going to do anything. So doing directly on your big data lake or your big Hadoop file system, for example, can be an option, because otherwise you have to build another external cluster with a specific hardware, and you have to move the data between the clusters. And that is not very easy, because when you take the data and move to another place, you have to be concerned that there are many security issues There are security or authorization authentication in order to give which user in each cluster can access this data and so on. And this could be an option it's worth trying deep learning over your available infrastructure. You have to, our approaches borrow this all the high concerns, high requirements like security or data governance. We borrow that from our infrastructure team and data architecture team and try to use these technologies in order to make our deep learning models as fast as we can get profit. I think much better.
And what are some of the benefits from using deep learning at BBVA? What kind of benefits are you seeing right now?
Well, right now we have making some projects, but they are not in general. I think we are starting in deep learning. I think in all industry, but we try to get the benefits maybe on some special departments or finance or market research or customer analytics or security. Too many. I think everything that has data, maybe deep learning can be applied.
Where do you hope to see the greatest benefit?
The greatest benefit, well, I think one company could get benefit of this technology if this company get working more efficient in many departments. For me,
certainly the growth of AI has been exponential. And quite a few industries, many industries, are using it for reasons such as productivity, cost efficiency, or to solve real-world problems. And so, how is what you're doing? How can that be applied to other industries?
Yeah.
What can they take
It's
from
not
that?
only for financial. Yeah, I think human resources companies, science, or medicine. I think medicine is a great challenge for deep learning because I think will help to find additional treatments for example, terrible diseases that don't have any today. I mean, I think working with data could help for these scientists to work or to get and achieve better achievements in this field. But insurance or media marketing, I think I think they are the main fields, I think, that we take benefit of deep learning.
And what do you think is going to happen in the coming years with artificial intelligence? How might it transform financial services?
Well, I think I don't know what if this benefit or if this advance is going to come very soon because there are too many things to do. And it depends. It depends on how, I think people, for example, how developers, we need more developers, we need more data scientists, we need to make the right decisions because this is very important to know what are your needs in specific cases. You have to have the capability of change your direction. So I think there are too many things to do. And well, maybe in 2 years, some applications, some services can take advantage of deep learning. But we will see. Yes, I think I'm not going there too much about okay, next year everything is going to happen because I think we have to go very slowly in this. We have to think too much where we are going to, what direction we are going to take. But I think in maybe 2 years, 3 years, we are going to have better services, banking services.
And in terms of the summit, any highlights you'd point out for your experience so far?
I think the level is really good. People have told very interesting things. Too many of them related to explainability and interpretability. That is something very interesting because not too many people talk about that in conference. Or fairness, for example, how to do more ethical artificial intelligence. And very academic, I think so. I'm going to change a little bit because my talk is going to be more related to engineering. So we will see.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk with
Thank you,
us,
Tilly.
and have a great time at the rest of the summit.